Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and on an I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on Zombies and Ziggurats, obviously. A game that is not an OSR. Did a little bit of things through last time. One of the big things I ended up doing was, if we go here, I fixed up some of these just to make them read a little bit easier. Looked here, added some images throughout. I fought, mind you, I fought tooth and nail with Novel to get these images, so bear with me if they're not perfect. Generally speaking, though, I also added descriptions for all of various cultures you can be a part of. Generally speaking, the Valley Dwellers are Sadar's chosen people, according to them at least. Very urban, very rich in culture and arts. The Rivermen are your humble people who do the humble things for humble reasons. The Hillmen are raiders. Desert Dwellers are pretty much just exactly who you think they are. They're Bedouins, effectively. The Southron tribes are, again, of ebony skill and powerful build. The Southrons are an insular and scientific people, focus more on Sadar's warrior saint status than lordship. They pretty much took the idea of, hey, Sadar is pretty cool. We're going to just make it cooler. Forestkin, they have a little bit things here. Generally speaking, it's pretty. Oh yeah, those of the Golden City are blessed by Sadar's temple complexes and lovely gardens when they are not in crushing poverty to sustain them. And then foreigners, yeah, that's pretty much it. Major mechanics wise, I was kind of having a little bit of issue of like how to do things properly. I did add 4 saves. Yes, we have saves in this game. Because I thought they would be probably the most appropriate. Constitution save is pretty much your standard, what we would like to refer to as like a body save. If you might have to make a Constitution save to say, hey, you don't get hurt by an attack, or hey, you've taken a pretty bad wound, something might be happening, or make a con save. The horrendous fate save is pretty simple. It's the, oh Jesus fuck, what the fuck you doing, bitch? That's what the horrendous fate save is. It's mostly based entirely off of luck. You don't get too much with it. It's going to be a D100 plus half of your luck. That reminds me. Should add a note up here. Let's shrink you down a little bit. Shrink you down further. This, we're going to put there. Can I make you merge these together? Delete that, not delete this row. Delete this row. Oh, actually, when rounding. Number when rounding any, actually when rounding, always round down unless specified. There we go. Always should be a little bit more dutiful about noting this, but yeah, when rounding, always round down unless specified. There we go. Generally speaking, you're going to be making horrendous fate saves when something really stupid happens. Hey, I jump into the lava. Okay, why are you jumping into the lava? Because I'm a fucking stupid moron. Like, the horrendous fate is, like, you don't instantly die. That's kind of the idea. It's not necessarily the saving you from stupidity, but it's more like saving you through a long series of terrible, terrible mistakes. The soul save is going to be mostly what we would like to kind of refer to as, like, the magic save, in a way, while stability is more your morale save. You are going, if you get frightened, you're going to make a stability save. If someone is legitimately using magic to fuck with you, you're going to make a soul save. These are based on entirely off of your attributes, as you can kind of see here. Generally, the easiest one to make is your con save, because it's just your body, your health, and luck. It's the average of all 3 of those. While, you know, a soul save is just your ego and luck, all stability is just your inside ego. Luck is pretty valuable when it comes to your saves, but not like super duper a lot. Basic one here, you generate the attributes, you got a basic attribute up here, various cultures, as we went over last time, pretty much. Skill sets remain pretty much the same as I put them at. I think this works pretty well. This image was a pain in the ass to do. I'll give you one reason why. Do you see those eyes? I had to like just picture going in there with like a 2-point fucking tool on good old paint.net and trying to get that to work. Fun fact, it's not easy. It ain't easy. Also, what the fuck is going on in my... No, stop it, all of you. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need Sadar. Yes. So that was pretty much that what got added. Just images and other pretty things to make things a little bit easier to read. Do I know how long this is going to be today? Probably not very long. I have a lot of stuff I need to do tonight. Let's see. Keeper creations, starting equipment, starting prayers. So let's go down here. So, we're going to be doing starting equipment. We're going to do starting equipment. Let's get down to business. Who defeat their Huns. Okay, so keepers are armed by the armed from Sadar, armed from the treasury of the clergy, often meaning that the equipment that they boarded is of low quality and cheap make. Is afforded, let's see, often meaning the equipment they are afforded is of low quality and easily placed. There is a, how do I want to word this? There is a there's an assumption that the keepers in the field will gather and purchase any new equipment they wish. They find on gather and purchase any new equipment they find on their journey. On their journey. However, visiting any local shrine will allow the keepers to restock on basic necessities. Pretty much, it's the idea that you can always get the shit you're gonna get for free is cheap. I am trying to write a game while my server is, collapsing. I wouldn't even say it's collapsing. They're just being degenerate. Also, I would like to thank Haruspecs for following. Thank you very much. We're at 180 followers. Good job, team. We're doing it. We're making it. I don't even know how this conversation started. This is just degeneracy what's going on in there. Jesus. Okay. So, when starting their journey, the keepers will select one. I guess loadout. We'll select one loadout to I guess loadout would recommend loadout to equip themselves with. anytime a shrine is visited, if they have the means. If you're in the middle of the fucking boonies and it's like they have legitimately nothing, you're not going to get your shit back. But just anytime a shrine is, if they have the means, the keepers can restock or resupply any of these items once. Any of these items. So any of these items. So basic equipment loadout. Now this was actually something I was debating with myself, was how to do weapons properly, because weapons are kind of odd. Harspecs. Let's actually Google, what does Harspecs mean? Affecting entrails and sacrificial animals. So they're effectively a divination. They're effectively, it's like divination. I'll think about it. Let me think. What am I thinking of here? How do I want to do this? Because like one of the big things about, like, we'll use like Black Hack for Black Hack equipment is that there is no equipment in the Black Hack. Like just being honest with you, like just the Black Hack. This is quite literally the equipment. Otherwise, there just isn't. You just don't have any equipment. It's entirely dependent on you and your class. It's just like anytime if you play a warrior, you have a D8. That's the amount of attack you have. I mean, let's check out Lamentations of the Flame Princess equipment. There's got to be something. Let's look. No, let's see. Jeff's game blog. Let's go to Jeff's game blog. Expert equipment. Camel. Cool. You can buy a camel. What am I looking at here? Let's see. Do I have any? Let me just move that. Let me you in, because I don't necessarily just want to use the one that I have. I have an equipment list, but I'm actually kind of curious to see if we can't find anything else to kind of add on to this. Okay, let's just think about something interesting, something more fun, something more grandiose. Let's think. Now that I think about it, I don't actually have that many like OSR games in my various folders. I don't really deal with OSR too often, to be frank, simply because I don't much care. Get a bit closer to the mic. Is this good? ASMR, not bad, right in your ear. You want to learn about Jesus? Gamers, it's your boy, No Bad Hannah. What we all doing today? Did you know, despite making 14% of the population, hello gamers, it's me. They're calling for your Gorbino hood. ASMR, your gamer boyfriend makes an OSR game, has a gamer moment. What am I thinking of? Weapons. Let's just do weapons. How do weapons work? How do I fucking kill somebody? This has actually been like one thing I've been debating on, because like weapons aren't. It's like, what are we thinking of here? Gorbino law of gaming. Let's think of OSR games. Like, let's just open up the magic thing. What OSR game? There's nothing. There's no OSR. OSR is dead, and we cannot have nice things. White hack, maybe. Where I have the white hack. Yeah, okay, white hack. Okay. Hello, white hack. Said hello. Hello, white hack. How are you? Probably one of the most cleanest made hacks out there. So, Navo, see white hack, black hack. Black hack is a little bit too light. I don't think black hack works as well. There we go. Put my right there a little bit. Let's think. What are we working with? We need items, 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 items. Where the fuck are your items? Item on those. Gear. Okay. I mean, yeah, like this is what like basic gear. Like everything is D6 based. My thinking. Why don't we just look like, let's fuck it. You know what? Here's the question. This is the main question. This is the main question. I've got 6 of you poor bastards in here. You're stuck in here with me, and I'm not stuck in here. You're stuck in here with me. I'm not stuck in here with you. So here's the thing. Let's have a speak here. Let's have a heart to heart. You're going to be playing an OSR game, old school role playing game, and you open up the book, you're looking through things, and you get to the equipment section. What do you see the equipment section as? Do you see it as specific items or more generalized items? Or do you like, I think that's the best way of wording it, because if I go here, we check the lexicon, we go to my item list. Where's my item list? Item list, where the fuck are you? List of weapons and stuff, just stuff. Yeah, because what I was thinking about doing is what we can do is we can use this weapon class system, and like, I want to make a sword. Like, the very simple way of doing it would be, you know, I want to make, you know, just like a two-handed, I want to make sword, and my sword would be a medium weapon. And as it would be a medium sharp weapon. As such, I deal 2d6 plus damage, and it's a sharp weapon. Cool. But if I want to make a I want to make a mace or something, it'll be a medium blunt weapon. 2d6 blunt. That's the only difference. I'm going to do the exact same shit. One's just going to do sharp damage, and one's going to do blunt damage. Or item kits. That's not really answering my question. Or do you see it more like, let's say, or do you see it more like this? By virtue of using a axe, I'm going to do 3d6 plus 1 damage. I'm going to do 3d6 plus 1 damage. It is sharp weapon. Sharp weapon, no tags. And that is different than, say, a spear, which does 4d6 damage. It is a sharp weapon. And it has no tags. Do you see items as more specific, or do you see items more generalized? How did Ken? When in doubt, consult Kenshi, or you, my best friend. Where are you? This is relevant. Midnight Anima. So more generalized weapon. Pretty much how I want this to go. This is in my mind's eye. This is how it goes in my mind's eye. You're going on these adventures to find stuff. Basic equipment isn't actually that important. Getting that sword isn't necessarily, oh cool, I have a sword, I'm like, this is special now. It's the idea of bringing that sword with you is now more weight. It's a different idea that you have. You might want to have a sword. You might also be using a hammer for things. You might have multiple pieces of equipment on you simply because going down in the dungeon is, by its nature, more dangerous. But if you do find something like a magical piece of equipment, I want it to feel special. It's something more important to you. This is a magic sword. This is a magic hammer. This is a magical ability. It's having a thing. You know, Frieza playing like lantern off 5 types of lanterns. Yeah, effectively. If I were to have things like 5 types of lanterns, it would be for very different reasons. Like, yeah, this lanterns can, you know, be wore on your belt. This one must be held, but it's brighter and shit like that. That's the idea. Because that was one of the things I did with Forgotten Chronicles. Fear and Hunger Forgotten Chronicles was that each piece of equipment was very important. And each of them actually did play into one another simply because they were so dangerous. Combat was so dangerous in them. We're going down more of a traditional OSR look of things. We can go with something simple. We'll go with something simple, okay? I think for right now, I think going simple is the right option. Keep equipment lists broad but deep, if that makes sense. We're going to have a lot of equipment, but it's going to be a not very complicated equipment. It's going to be sword. It's going to be you having your correct ration. It's going to be a lot of things to keep that idea that you are slowly being depleted. Everything you have is being depleted. Thinking about it. Maybe I can think I would ever reference, but then down go. So let's just do a basic. We're gonna say this is going to be. We're gonna call this. So effectively, your initiates. You've just been outfitted. You're going to do a protector. We will do a protector's kit. Ranger's kit. It's a protector's kit, ranger's kit, scholar's kit. I have a melee weapon, I have a ranged weapon, I have a bunch of random ass tools and a very simple weapon. Cleric's kit, Protector, Ranger, Scholar, Cleric. That'll give everybody kind of a basic idea of where they want their character to be going. It's also a first initial hint of like, hey, I want to take classes in this so we can tie everything together very nicely. Boom, we think smart. Think smart, not hard. And then we go down. It also allows people to make sure that they at least have something. Scholar's kit. I guess we would need a how would you describe somebody whose job it is to get shit done? They are a rascal, villain, scoundrel. It's I guess vagabond. I guess vagabond kit could work. I think that worked. You didn't have any equipment. Forgot. You don't have any equipment in this game. There's one thing I needed to actually do. We'll do the vagabond's kit. I guess we can add something like that. Short ascending. So the alchemist kit. The more you use something, the less damage it does, and the more heavy it gets. You joke, but that was actually an idea. I was going to be referencing possibly something that I didn't think I'd ever be referencing. And that, above all things, is root. Very specific idea I have in mind for that. It's not going to be right here anytime soon, but it'll be something coming up. So the alchemist, generally speaking, every kit is going to get a weapon, going to get some basic art, is going to get some basic armor, and then quote tools of the trade. This is the basic idea. This is what they're going to be getting. We're going to say three times tools of the trade, and then they're going to get like a so alchemist's kit. You're going to get a small sharp. You're going to get a small sharp weapon. It's going to do D4. It's going to do D damage. D4 damage. You're going to have. Do we do armor as DR? We're going to do armor as DR. I think that's most appropriate. You're going to have how do we want to do knife. How do you spell a knife? Nice. If we just do like deep, let's just get some basic equipment in here. Robes. See, if I want to, we can be a dick and just make everything like this. But I'm gonna say we're gonna give it, because this is how Lamentations does it with armor slightly. We're just gonna say for right now, basic damage reduction is going to be like, you're not actually no. Light armor is going to provide you no damage reduction. That's not the point. 3 tools of the trade. You're going to get a blue potion. You're going to get a blue potion. You're going to get an alchemist set. You're going to get an alchemist set. Flasks. Times flasks. And tools? No, I guess we can do a barber. Not a barber kit. And you know what? Yeah, no, we'll go with a barber's kit. I think appropriate. Don't actually have much here. That's the idea. This is supposed to be just a very basic cleric. You're going to get a mace. Mace is going to do D8 damage. You're going to get it wouldn't be heavy armor. It's going to be light. It's going to be pretty much too much. Blue potion. Lance Protector's kit, you're going to get a sword, actually mace. You're going to get a medium. You're going to get a medium weapon, which is going to be 8. You're going to get medium armor. Going to be, we'll call it at 4. Potion. You're going to end up with, as a protector, you're going to end up with 2 times bandages, 2 times bandages, 2 times bandage, and 2 times bandages, and what would be another? Actually, and you'd end up with a shield, with a small shield. Ranger's kit, light melee. You're gonna end up with a light melee weapon, a light. Simple weapon, melee weapon, medium melee weapon, medium armor, light melee weapon, light ranged weapon. I'm gonna say the Z word. Let's see. Light armor, blue potion, trap, compass, and would be another thing a ranger would have. This is kind of like your orienteering. They brought out their fucking compass. They brought out their stuff. How do I want to word this? This is compass and compass and what am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? Help me out here, guys. I don't know. Scholar's kit. You're gonna get with a simple weapon. 4. You're gonna end up closed. 0. Blue potion as always. You're going to end up 3 times books on 3 times books on a single subject. 3 times a book on a subject. Vagabond's kit, you're going to end up with a light melee weapon. You're going to end up with a light melee weapon. Picking kit. Ability to pick locks. You're also going to have pretty much the idea with you as the vagabond. That means you pretty much just have a little bit of everything when it comes to basic weapons. You don't have a lot, and you have the ability to pick locks. Not exactly the most hardcore thing in the world, but hey. Astral. Like it. Yeah, as a ranger, you are pretty much the orienteering specialist. Like, your job is, like, make sure we all get to where we gotta go. Yeah, the amount isn't final. What I was thinking about doing for things like armor, this is what I mean by kind of referencing Root a little bit here, is the idea that, let's say, like, my armor is 4, is I take a hit, it's going to reduce it by 4 damage, but then the armor is going to go to 3. I'm going to take a beat of damage, then it's going to go to 2, then it's going to go to 1, then it's going to go to 0. So it's kind of like one of those things, like your armor is getting slowly worn. Everything you have is going to get slowly worn down over time. There's actually a very, if I wanted to be a little bit more wiggity wonky about things, what I could do is we can we can cite fucking the megaversal system, if anything. Which is the idea of, let's say, like, light armor is in fact like 15, is technically 15, 15 quote health. You can take up to 15 damage on your light armor before it starts going to you, but your light armor gets, it's kind of like it's rendered unusable. So you may want to, like, say, like, maybe I'm 0.0 seconds. Yeah, again, it's one of those things I don't quite know how to do it yet. And this is very temporary. This is just to have something in place, because if you have something in place, that means it's there, it's established. And because I'm kind of flying off the seat of my pants a little bit with this one, guys. If you haven't noticed, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this. I'm kind of just winging it. I don't quite know how I want to do everything. I could see it in my head, but it's just, my head is not the most valuable thing in the world. I should actually put the idea of finally, each keeper is allowed to keep a personal memento keep a personal memento on them. Keep a small personal memento on the personal momentum on them, as well as carry on them. Each keep the keepers all have a basic. I'm just gonna say a backpack because I don't really have a basic I should say I'll have a traveler's pack. I'll have a traveler's pack. Necklace of Sadar. Actually, symbol of Sadar. Symbol of Sadar. It's 10. What did I end up fucking calling? What did I end up calling them? Because I remember I called them something silly because I hate everything having to be nice in the world. It's gold. This is one of the jokes I made, is by technicality. Yeah, like the Golden City. Let's see. The only universally is in. There we go. It's only minted in the Golden City because that is the only place where gold is really found. Finally have 10 Aeon. In 10 Aeon. second change of formal clothing. Finally, each keeper is allowed to keep a traveler's pack, keep a small personal memento on them. That we put here. Well, Sadar's faith. Well, Sadar's faith allows the keeper to push through extreme circumstance. Well, Sadar's faith allows the keeper to push through extreme circumstances and power through his many challenges. The physical form, the physical body can only take so much. And you're going to have a total that's going to be 10 plus. Actually, it's going to be, how do I want to do? 10's place of body plus 10. That's do we have enough down here? We barely have body. We insert footnote 10. Yeah, you're not going to be able to carry a super a lot, but you are all. The idea is, oh god, the idea is that you are fit enough to do your fucking job. Okay. I am tempted to actually make it like just a die roll. So what it would be medium armor, like D6. So if we do this idea is like you take damage, you're gonna reduce it by D6. And it's like, yeah, this could be 1 damage or it could be 6 damage. It's kind of a little bit more random. I don't know yet. That's the issue. I really don't know. Because I haven't hit equipment yet. I haven't hit combat yet. Because I haven't hit combat yet, it's kind of hard. Soul. Fine. Each keeper. The keeper initiates. Actually, initiates of the keepers are taught a variety of Sadari's prayers to assist them in their journey. These allow the initiates each prayer. Each prayer requires a verbal chant. Let's see. Each prayer requires a verbal chant, or the use of a prayer slip, When used, the prayer takes effect immediately and will end when stated. Each prayer is ranked out, is given a rank, which acts. Let's see. Each prayer is given a rank. These allow the These ranks reflect the complexity. These ranks reflect the complexity as well as, let's see, complexity as well as let's see, each prayer again rank. These reflect the complexities while folks required to memorize and recite them from memory. Let's see, keeper. Let's see. A keeper can assign as many prayer ranks as their purity allows them. We do tens place inside plus. Kind of a weird way of putting this, but that's kind of the only. This will most likely change. I don't know how I want to do that perfectly yet. So, because... Welcome. Okay, so, keeper can assign as many prayer ranks as their piety allows them. Each prayer has five uses per not meditation set. What am I trying to say here? You are a priest. What are you doing as a priest? You are prayer session. That doesn't sound right. That I'm already using the term prayer. Unless I change the name to miracles, it would be a what would it be? What would it be? Piety is their piety allows them. Each prayer has 5 uses per recover. Time in a sanctuary or rest, reflecting the toll channeling the power of Sadar. Channeling the power of Sadar has on the body. Generally speaking, you can only cast a spell. Why can you only cast a spell 5 times? You can cast a spell 5 times because if you keep casting them, your body is going to fucking collapse. Allows them. So, we're going to give you a bunch of starter prayers. What are these starter prayers going to look like? Well, starter prayers. Don't zoom in. I've been relying on tables a little bit much, but this welcome to the wonderful world of SR games just being tables. We're going to do, let's rank above, we're going to do prayer name. We're going to sort of column to the left. Rank. Description, prayer name. We'll do some of the basic ones. We'll just give them names right now. We'll give them fun little simple names. let's actually, let's do cleric spells OSR. Just OSC, baby. Give me some basic cleric spells. First level spells. Cure light wounds. Actually, what we'll do is we'll detect malice. We are those of Sadar. We are actually okay. Banishment. We are those of Sadar. So, let's lay hands. We're going to detect malice. Detect magic. Obviously, give every the ability. If you want to take light, you could totally take light. You can take blessing. We can also protection, and finally banishment. Banishment is going to be rank 5. Smite, lesser lay on hands, detect malice, detect magic. Do that to 2. We'll do actually 3, 2. Actually, we'll do something like, okay, smite. Channel Sadar, Sadar's might into a strike. Deal in double all day. How do I want to word this? Channel Sadar's might into a strike. Roll 2 roll 2 damage die. If should say double rolled damage die if it's successfully hits. Lesser lay on hands. Sadar's mercy. Sadar's love of mankind. Sadar's love of mankind knows no bounds. Recover. Recover 1d6 endurance. For me, a powerful 6th sense activates deep inside the keeper. They may they cannot be ambushed for we'll do. Yeah. Detect the magic. Yes, you can see magic things, unfortunately. Tables and tables and tables and tables. The AI, it is AIR, yeah. We love tables. Tables and tables and tables. Let's see. Nothing without but nothing without magical energy. Detect magic effectively allows you to see things. Yeah, allows you to see all magical energy with the unfortunate reality that you cannot see anything that isn't magical. So you effectively blind yourself for a time. Create a small... create a small glowing orb that can be held. That can be held in the hand. Acts as if radiates torchlight. Radiates beam. For 1d10 for one, it would be we'll do 1d5 hours. Can be snuffed out. Blessing. The how do I want to actually the Predator Sadar. Any ally within earshot. It's plus 10 to all actions for the entire any single ally. With an earshot gains plus 10 to all actions for the entire scene. Protection. Creating a barrier of light. Creating a barrier of light between them and their enemies. It will last until it will last until actually creating a barrier 2x2 meter. We will be creating a 2x2 meter barrier of light between them and their enemies. It will last until the keeper drops their guard or moves. Banishment. Against let's see, use a Sadar. Use a Sadar's name to injure a injure a echo, dealing 2d10 echo, dealing 2d10 damage. There we go. What does the banishment do? You can effectively do 2d10 damage, specifically to the endgame boss. It requires 5 of your prayer points you don't have a lot of, but it's there. You can do it. I hate D5s. I hate D5s. Yeah, just roll D10 and have it. That's all you gotta do. You know, I'll even just for you. Even just for you. Roll 1d10 and half the value, rounding up. So, I rolled a 10, I would get a 5. I rolled a 9, I would also get a 5. Yep, pretty simple. I don't want people to get like a lot of these right off the bat. That's why I'm thinking I'm gonna have to probably change this of how to do the piety. I know how to do it. It's there. I understand it. If I want to be like a little bit there, I do something like 2, because then you'd always get at least 2. Even if you roll really bad on your ego and insight, you will always get at least 2 of these little points to say, hey, I have detect magic and light. Or I have protection. That's all I have. I just have protection. But I have a thing. It's mine, and I have something to work with. Not perfect, but it'll work. I believe that's kind of how we're going to do this. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there a single thing I'm missing from Keeper Creep? Technically, you should be heading to... You should be to... If we want to be specific about things. Because, yeah, okay, that's how we're going to do it. So, just to guarantee that this works, here's what we're going to do. Alright, so we've got all this together. Let's get our... We're going to make... we'll make... We'll be... Random... We'll do random Arabic name. Random Arabic name generator. Let's get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. We'll go with actually male. Rayhan Zaki. There we go, Rayhan. Rayhan Zaki. What's his? So he's going to have his agility, body, ego, health, insight, and luck. I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to do standard generation. 2d10 for each attribute. 1d10 here. Where's my other d10? Take my other d10 here. We're going to roll. And we've got a astoundingly terrible start. 8. 15 body. All right. I'm already seeing we're going to be a little bit tough. 4 ego. We have the personality of a toad. Health. We're going to have 4 health. Okay, guess what? We're going to be switching up insight, 10 insight. We can switch that around a little bit, and we're going to have 12 luck. Okay, so let's we get 1 free swap. So we're gonna swap health and insight around. We're gonna be kind of dumb as a bag of bricks. We're not very personable. We're not very insightful. Don't worry, we don't need to be. Cultures. Let's see where we're from. We are a desert dweller. So we've got 3 there. 3 plus 3 agility. So that means we actually get put up there. And our insight drops to 1. We are not very wise. So our basic derived attributes. So our blood is our body plus our health. So we have 28. So we've got 38 out of 38 blood. Our endurance is whatever our body scores, 15 out of 15. Our piety, 10's place, we don't have any, so we have a piety of 2. Our carry weight is our body. We have a carry weight of 11. We go down here. Our con save is going to be the average of body, health, and luck. So we do 15 plus 13 plus 12 divided by we do that, and then we divide it by 3. Rounded down. We have a con save of 13. Which isn't great. Our horrendous fate clause is literally a plus 6. Soul save. Soul save is ego and luck. So our ego there, 16 divided by 2. We have 8 there. Our stability is 5 divided by 2. That would be a grand total of 2. Rounding down, of course. Yeah. Not exactly what we would like to refer to as the strongest individual in the world. Looking here, we are a desert dweller. We are, as a desert dweller, let's stick here for example. We have our cultural skill set. So our skill sets is that we are a desert dweller. Let's say we are a raider, and we are also a, let's be pretty simple here, laborer. Actually no, we'll do herder. That's all we are. We raid people, we herd, and we herd the goats. Very simple, nothing too exciting there. Our starting equipment, our basic equipment, we're going to go with a protector's kit. So we're going to have, let's say we're going to have a sword, which is going to be D8. We're going to have medium armor, which is going to be, for right now, just 4. I don't know how I want to do that yet. We're going to have the blue potion, 2 times bandages, and a small shield. We do, and we also get 10. Traveler's pack, symbol of Sadar, 10 UN, formal clothing. Simple rations. Simple, and then our prayers. We have a prayer piety of 2. So we are going to take light, and we are going light. Light, which is 1, and we're also take we're going to do lesser. We're going to do lesser hands, which is going to be also 5 out of 5. There we go. We've made a full character. Very simple. He is very strong. He's pretty strong. He's decently agile. He's pretty good, decent health. He has the personality of a toad, and he's kind of dumb as a brick, but everyone kind of likes him. He can survive a nasty hit. He's probably not going to keep his shit together when things start going down, but he is also kind of, at least has something. Not the smartest man in the world, but you don't need to be smart where we're going. Okay. Technically, I should go with that. If I want to do, it would be Smite would be probably more appropriate for him, but I think this is also, he wants to be helpful. So yeah, this is how you make a character. Cool. It does exactly how I wanted it to feel. Very simple to get everything across. Now, okay, we do. Yeah, all right. Now we're going to be doing dungeoning. All right. Dungeon depths. Actually, as a keeper, the character's duties entail going down into dungeons to deal with it. Actually, how do I want to word? Character's duty entail investigating and pacifying dungeons. The main method of doing such is delving down into them and defeating the dreaming gods. The dreaming gods echo. These echoes are a fragment of the dreaming god. The dreaming gods echo. Fragment of the dreaming gods. Dreaming's god soul. Simply expressing itself in a somewhat physical form. Once the keepers enter the dungeon, they will enter them. They will traverse these harvesting mez. Carrying artifacts and defeating the what's the what's a good way of wording this? Pretty much it's the idea of at the end of the dungeon. End of the dungeon, you have this dreaming god. Most of the time, a standard dungeon, the dreaming god isn't there. When you go that deep, you don't really. It's like, okay, we've got everything we can. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge. You can kind of push as long as you want, but eventually you're gonna leave. When the dungeon is acting up, it's usually because the dreaming god is awake, or more accurately, it's convulsing. It doesn't know it's dead yet. You need to remind it that you are dead and you cannot be alive any longer. And to do such, you're going to bash its skull in. Hence, that's why it's an echo. It's an echo of what the god is actually thinking of. What I'm thinking about, what would you refer to as the monsters that are in it? They would just be nightmares or convulsions? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking? Because pretty much the idea is that the dungeon itself is just a dream to the god. To this dying, lobotomized god, it's just a dream. They're not dead. They're just lobotomized. They're comatose. They genuinely do not think. They aren't understanding what's going on. All they know is that, well, you're not real. I'm not real. Nothing is real. And they're dreaming up things. You aren't actually encountering zombies. You're encountering what it thinks are zombies, because it itself is dead. You aren't actually encountering this monster. This is just something that it wants to talk about. This is what it's thinking of. Hence why you can also why I'm going to have, probably instead of having like a strict monster list, I'm just going to have like a here's how to make your own monster section in this game. Because what's going to happen here is very simply, it's, hey, yeah, each dungeon is going to be very unique to that particular dreaming god, because they don't understand what's going on. It's you are the best way to think about going into the dungeon from this dreaming god's perspective is You know those people in your dreams that you just encounter? You've never seen them in your life before, but they are there. You're that. You're just a figment of their... to them, you're not even registering as real individuals. You're just kind of there in your little dream. Hence why it's like, haha, I'm waking up finally. I want to be alive. No, you don't. Wake the fuck back up. You're the curb check, effectively, to a lot of these guys. Let's see. So, defeating their manifested security artifacts, and defeating their manifested monsters as actually one defeated. Undefeated, the dungeon will convulse. Will convulse and then go quiet. And then go quiet. Barely producing mess or monsters for months. Entrances may not even. The reason why adventurers do not like you is you go to a dungeon, you crack a skull open for doing your job to make sure that it doesn't kill everybody, and suddenly they can't do their job anymore, and for a few months these guys might be dirt fucking. It's like, well, shit. Well, poo. If you were to compare this to something else, imagine going to work one day and the feds showed up. Every few months, the feds show up and they say, "Oh, sorry, you're just not working. We're not going to pay you or anything. We're just doing our job to make your life more miserable." It's like, cool, awesome. Become ungovernable. People are debating financial decisions in fucking in chat. Oh lord. Oh lord almighty. Lord almighty, have mercy. Alright, so we want to do down to the dungeon. Actually, no, we're going to... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing preparing. We're going to do preparing the delve. Preparing the delve. Exploring the dark. We'll do preparing the delve, exploring the dark. Fighting the nightmares. Ending the. This is going to be the 4 sections: preparing the delve, exploring the dark, fighting the nightmares, ending the. Which is going to be like, okay, this is the actual preparation phase. You've entered into a location, you know where the dungeon is, you need to prepare now. You need to gather the right equipment, you need to get all the right stuff, and you're trying to figure out really what the issue is. Because what I want to have this open is this, it's not like, okay, you're going down there, crack some skulls. Things could be a little bit more complicated than that. Hey, you've entered a location. This village is thriving off the dungeon. Dungeon is actually fairly quiet. There's been a little bit of an uptick of mess, but one of the problems is that technically there's a bunch of adventurers killing each other down below. They find one another, they stab one another to death. And that's causing issues. You need to go down there, you need to make sure that nothing is bad's going on, and then crack some skulls up above. Hey, there's an issue up here. There's technically a keeper whose job it is to tend this very tiny dungeon. It's not very big, it's only 2 floors. The problem is, he passed away last month. You're going out there to make sure everything's okay. You go there and, oh, wow, lo and behold, the dungeon's got a way bigger for no fucking reason, and you have to go down there and figure out what's going on. Da 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 da. You still need to have a fun and exciting adventure, even if it's not strictly just about dungeon. You don't have to just go dungeon delving every time. You can, that's a completely valid way to play. But if you want to have something happening above ground, or you want to have something not strictly tied to beating up a dying god, you can. Hey, someone's just been faking it and stealing a bunch of this, kind of more sacred resource. Dungeons are living beings that metabolize living things. In this case, no. The best way to think about it, though, is think of you're having a nice dream. Think that you're having this nice, lovely dream. You're flying through the sky, flapping your wings, and it's so great. Then you turn around, and then you see two people brutally murdering one another. Just horrific murder going on. Your eyes you're getting taken out of it a little bit. You kind of look around, you're like, what the fuck's going? What? That's not what? No, wait, huh? That's not, the flow isn't right. Something's wrong. It's pretty much, you're agitating this thing. Stop it. And you go down in there, and it's like, why are they now getting agitated? Because that's kind of like one of the ideas with the Keepers. It's not necessarily that you just want to destroy the dungeons, it's you want to contain them. You want to make sure that they're safe, not to get rid of them at all. So it's like, yeah, your job is to tend to these things, and if you go down there and this dreaming god's echo is like, I don't really want to hurt anybody, I got beat, I kind of just want to die, you can cave my skull in now. That might be a thing, but you might have to go through hell to get there because he just naturally doesn't want to. He's like, I feel okay dying, I'm dead. It's just weird for me that other people are dying in here. That's kind of like one of the things, like the more you agitate it, the bigger it gets, the more dangerous it gets. So it's like, oh hey, people are murdering each other in the halls. Maybe we should figure out why. Or hey, the dungeon stopped making things. There are no enemies. There are no mess. It just leads people into circles and eventually pops them out. Go figure out why. Like something clearly is wrong. Like this is bad because nobody else has come here to crack skulls. And you go down below being like, yeah, they are producing all of these things. Except, oh no, everything is on fire. Like it's been lying to you. Or like, hey, the dungeon has been expanding rapidly, just out of sight of everybody. So that would be an interesting way of looking at things. And the thing is, like, I want to keep this open enough that's like, yeah, you want to play this in a different setting. Yeah, you want to play living dungeons that metabolize things, and you have to go in there and harvest fucking teeth from whatever the fuck these things are. Yeah, the dungeon is a mimic. Go in there and steal shit and leave because they eat things. Go for it. Who fucking cares? If you want to play that, you can. I'm not going to stop you from that. Let's see. But we'll do preparing the day. Dungeons by their nature are surreal and unnatural places. Surreal and unnatural places. When entering into a dungeon, it's rarely will a adventuring entering into one can take days before can take days before the party emerges. Entering one can take days before the party re-emerges. Emerges from preparation. E. Most dungeons have a surrounding built off the back of the mess it produces. These mez towns are host to some of the wealthiest and poorest the world has to offer. This does allow the keepers to supply themselves with various goods, equipment, and tools to aid them in their quest. How do we want to do this? I don't quite know how I want to write this section. That's the issue. Like, honest to God, like that's like the issue I'm having right now. It's okay. Here's what we can do. Is based on two fundamental concepts: deprivation and management. As the keepers descend, they will be consuming resources to sell and keep themselves alive, and attempting to keep live. Each has a carrying capacity. Each keeper has a carrying capacity of goods, of supplies they can carry on their. Plus, each keeper has a carrying capacity of supplies and carry on their person. This does include weaponry. But not worn armor. Purchasing supply. Purchasing supply is the first step of many expeditions into the dark. Everything should run Tomb of the Serpent Kings. Let's Google Tomb of the Serpent Kings. Well, here's the goal with this. This would be my goal. Is that you could use any traditional OSR dungeon you feel like. The idea being you are entering it and this is what this god has dreamed up effectively. You've entered this, here's Tomb of the Serpent Kings. And this is something that you just have to deal with now. And because you just have to deal with this now, this is what's being produced, and this is what's actually here. That would be the goal. It's like, yeah, you can use other OSR content with this. You just have to make all the enemies just, you pretty much have to do the legwork behind the scenes, but everything else is like totally just use like a map if you want to. I'm going to be using my dungeon creation system just because I wrote it and I like it. Fine. That would be the goal anyway. Again, it would be very different than the traditional like OSR thing, and you're going to have to change stat blocks and stuff around, but generally speaking, that would be the case. Is, hey, where I want to run Tomb of the Serpent King, you enter down below, it's this. It also forces them to be like, hey, you've entered into this place at a very weird place, or a very weird angle. Like even like a location that may not be natural for starting positions in that dungeon, simply because, again, this is a dreaming god's nightmare, and you can do whatever the fuck you feel like. Congratulations. Congratulations, you started on floor 2. Just dropped in the middle of shit, being like, how do we get out? You don't. Whoops. Let's see, deprivation management. While in the But not every adventurer is going to be in and out smash and grab. Often the mez towns are host to their own mysteries and problems. Or directly dealing, or let's see, often related or directly dealing with the dungeon itself. To them, it's the lifeblood of their livelihoods. It's the lifeblood of their livelihood. So the keepers arriving to quell the dungeon means a rough few months before the mess begins to roll back in. This does, however, if the keepers are being called in, something more malicious may be brewing. Something more malicious maybe. What we can do is, I guess we have like we put like the equipment list here. So actually we'll do supplies and equipment. We'll do basic supplies and equipment, and what we can do is we can go here, and we can go back to we go to lexicon, and we're just going to rampantly steal everything I already wrote. Because why the fuck change anything that's already fine? So blue vial, we're gonna have to redo all of it. Actually, here. We'll do this. We just that. What we're going to do is Table time! I love tables. They're so much fun. I love item tables. I love democracy. Okay, so what we need to do... This is going to be our true version. So what we're going to do is we're going to split up between... It's going to be vials and... We're going to do cost and we're going to do GP. We're going to do gold coins, vials, and potions. This is like one of the big ideas I kind of want to go here. Like you as a member of the church, you do have the advantage of being a member of the church. So you do actually have access to things that others may not have. We want to do blue vial, blue potion. I want the vial to be the light one. It's going to be restore 1d. Actually, it's going to be restore 1d5 blood. Restore 1d10 blood. Gold cost. Blue vials are going to cost you 5. Potions are going to cost you 8. These aren't difficult to get. Actually, no. We're going to do restore 2 blood. Actually, restore. Actually, we're going to do 1d10 endurance. For 1d5 blood and 2d10 endurance, and we're going to bump it up to 12. So you might be able to get a little bit out of it, but maybe you're not going to get too much. Let's see. We want to do Lexer, restore 3d10 endurance. Or 1 prayer usage. For 1 use of 1 prayer. Let's see. Restore 1 endurance of the blue vial, and it's going to taste like copper. Tastes like blueberries in a copper pot. This we go here. So it's going to do restore 2 uses of 1 prayer. Tastes like bile. And restore all uses of Oh. There was a problem. What do you mean there was a problem? I don't like it when people say there was a problem. Because suddenly something is a problem and I need to fix it. You're not going to be saying cringe now, are you? Don't post cringe. Oh god, he's not wanting to elaborate further. He's posting cringe somewhere. Let's see. We want to do here's poison. what other what other abilities would we want to have in this situation? Curing poison is usually valuable. Uh, let's see, do we have anything of explicitly? Okay, we do this. Mm. Hmm. I guess these would just be all the vials. Red potion would make that like. We do that. Actually, could do. I'm debating on whether or not I would want to have like the poison ones. Like, yeah, here you go. Like, you just get poisoned by drinking this because you're fucking stupid and you drink a potion you don't actually know. Have fun, you dumbass. Hey, moron! Like you're dying. You. Welcome to the only standardized currency in the entire world. In which were medicines and tinctures, which would immediately lead to medical tools. Same thing with, generally speaking, this is decent. We're gonna do bandages cure increase endurance by 1d5. Stops bleeding. 2 barber kit. Actually, medicine skill check TN 50. remove limb. Yeah, we're gonna keep that pipe. Use smoke various substances. Once let's bump up the damage a little bit because I think that's funny. We're gonna bump the damage. We're gonna bump barber kits are gonna be 15. Bone saws are gonna be a solid 3. We're gonna do stat pipes are gonna be 2. Trauma kits, we're gonna make trauma kits to be about 5. I should do space, shouldn't I? I should do Bueller. You understand. Peter. Need help. Peter. We do. Right. That's. And we call it right. I just dropped it. Right. Very easy to carry these. Elixirs are pretty big. 0.25, 0.51. White vials, 0.5. They're pretty big. Red potions are 0.5 as well. Generally speaking, this is a lot easier to carry. You can carry vials pretty easy. These, on the other hand, are not very easy to carry. Bandages are cost you 1. Barber kit's going to be 3. Bone saw is going to be 1. Pipe is going to be 0, but you don't need to do that for a pipe. Trauma kit, we're gonna... Trauma kit is gonna be... We're gonna say that's gonna be 3 as well, simply because it's just how... Cringe posted it. Ironside just said Fate was good. Oh. I mean, okay. That's fine. Do we want to add food stuff and drink? We're going to add not food stuff. We're going to add herbs and smokables because I find that funny. Because herbs and smokables is funny. I'm not going to add cannabis. Green herbs are going to cure poison. Let's see. Opium is going to... Not going to add... Actually, we're going to do... have that. We're going to do restore 5. 5 endurance. Red herb. We're going to do restore 1 blood. Yeah, smoke out, restore some blood. Red blue powder, restore. Smell. Why am I adding all the smoking stuff? Because I find it funny, and because it's called flavor bait. We're going to store 10 endurance and 3 blood. No. Herbs are pretty old. Green. Don't smoke marsh herbs, you'll either die or... Oh. Fate 0? Yeah, Fate 0 is fine. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we've got all the... Doot. 10. Carry weight. All these are going to be just 25 because it's just going to be enough to fucking smoke out with. Yeah, they're a little bit off. Basic vials and potions favored by... Yeah, you're not going to be bandaging yourself mid-combat. That ain't happening. Of common facet among adventuring groups. Got it, Siggy. We do this, we did, bro. We do you. Not gonna worry about prosthetics. I don't think that's really appropriate. We're gonna do fashion. We're going to do fashions. We're going to do something like this. We're gonna simple rations, iron rations. So for the facts, we're this. So basic idea of simple ration, simple food for simple people. Simple food for simple food for simple people. Slumber. Barely considered barely considered food. Reduce all sanctuary. Pretty much how I want it to go is that you're going to be using every time there's a sanctuary, pretty much like a friendly, nice place that isn't trying to murder you in some variety, you're going to use one of the rations. You use a ration, and you are going to be able to effectively get the effects of it. And those effects are going to allow you to, recover slightly. It's carry weight. We're going to do, we're going to post this. That, which foolish 10. We want to do cost UN. These are going to be, we'll say these are going to be 3. Iron rations are 5. Luxury rations are 10. Slop rations are going to be only 1. They're very cheap. Carry weight is going to be 0.2. It's going to be 0.5, 0.5, 1, and 0.5. slop rations are very easy to get a hold of, though. That's the idea. Anything can and will be a slop ration. The problem is they're bad for you, and they're probably going to get you killed, because sanctuaries are going to be one of the few places you can actually heal. Rations. Let's see. So with food being difficult to come across in the dungeon, bringing rations down into the depths. Depths is mandatory. Bringing rations down to the depths is mandatory. When resting at a sanctuary, yeah. Able to use rations. Pretty much, these are your ability to, not, starve. Subscribe to Tier 1. They subscribed 2 months and currently at 2 months free. Wow, thanks, Cool Ironside. Dippity dab, 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 dab. Thou foul, putting decimal numbers to encumbrance. Damn straight. Why does it continue payment? I thought you subscribed with your Prime, like you should have. Thank you for paying me, though. Because Twitch wants to make sure it gets its cut. Fuck, I forgot to unstuff. Yeah, yeah, Twitch wants its cut. Don't forget that. Like, that's a very important thing. That's why you should support me on Ko-fi, everybody, or Patreon. You're a cool guy, right? You're gonna support me on Patreon, right? Right. You wanna be cringe. You're right. Now, this is the thing with this though. This is the big thing for me. Hopefully, is the numbers are so low that people are just going to remember it. That would be my goal. Is that the numbers are pretty low when it comes to just like very basic, very basic things like carry weight. It's like, yeah, that I'm very explicitly trying to hammer out. Very explicitly, like, you're not really getting too much in here. Like, this is very difficult. You're not getting anything else. That and I saying you're getting blue herbs for like 1 carry weight seems a little bit. Just staring and breathing. Hey, I never said I knew what the fuck I was doing. Yeah, no, this is just me putting something in here right now because I need something in here. And look at this fool. He actually thinks I know what I'm doing. He thinks I am intelligent. What a fool. Okay, so we've got some, like, basic equipment down. I'll think on it a little bit more. We didn't get a lot done today, but I really need this. What I need to do is I need to sit down and actually structure out what I want to happen here. That I think is going to be very important. I need to structure out how I want to do this. And it's going to be me laying in bed, probably with a pencil and my little paper and doing it. So I'm going to call it there for today, because what I need to do now is I need to record the video. I need to record the audio for tomorrow. After the audio tomorrow is done, then I get to go over one of the games for Saturday, and then I get to go to sleep. It'll probably be about 4 a.m. So thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. You should know this already. Godspeed, good luck. You know the rest. I will see you all possibly tomorrow, depending on if the video gets done at a relatively decent hour. If not, I'll see you all on Friday. We will continue this. Generally speaking, the way things are going, I will try to get dungeoneering done on Friday. That will be my goal, is to get dungeoneering done on Friday. If I can do that, awesome. I'm doing good. If I can't, well, shit. Well, poo. But Godspeed, good luck. I am away.